That's what we got today, Gizmo. Got the janky light. I don't feel like getting up, turning the move, move. Thank you. Let me turn the other light on. Move, Gizmo. Gizmo, move. If you don't get out, yeah. Thank you. Go. Go away. They're gonna be like, no, Gizmo didn't take over the. Dang, where my earrings? I ain't got on no earrings. I'm just, oh my God. Hold on, y'all. I'm just not put together today. I got kicked off of um, StreamYard yesterday. That was our last stream on StreamYard. I think I'm going to get it back. Um, I was going to go live on YouTube. I was going to try to use their live broadcasting thing on my computer. And it was like, oh, you got to do some encoding. And I was like, you know what? I ain't doing all that. Y'all got me so messed up. So I said, you know what? Started on the phone, and that's what we gonna go back to. Is this bothering anybody other than me? It's still there. Okay, don't worry about it then. Okay, so Little Boosie is number two trending on article that has hit the New York Post and all of the media outlets. I'm pretty sure, what time is it? I'm pretty sure that TMZ and everybody else is going to see this also. So, the New York Post rapper Boosie Badass claims he paid for sex for 14-year-old son. So, Boosie bragged about allegedly orchestrating a sexual assault on his own family. The Baton Rouge, Louisiana based rapper took to Instagram Live to deliver a disturbing expletive filled rant. So he was cursing. Hell yeah, I got my effing son D sucked penis sucked, says Boosie, whose real name is Torrance Hatch Jr. In a 57-second clip that has since been posted to Twitter. I'm training them boys right. Boosie, 37, I guess he's 37 years old, says in a video. Any of my nephews, ask any of my nephews, ask any of them, ask my son. Yeah, when they were 12, 13, they got oral sex. That's how it's supposed to be. This is the latest in a series of shocking statements made by the father of eight, which have some calling for his kids to be taken away, citing child sex abuse. In 27, the Set It Off rapper posted a birthday message to his son, also named Torrance, Then 14, the caption in part read, got you a bag for you and a bad bee to give you some head. In Louisiana, it is illegal to solicit sex workers and for anyone over the age of 17 to engage in sex, including oral sex, with anyone under that age. But Boosie, who referred to the sex workers he hired as super grown, seems to admit to these crimes. They should call CPS on this foolish man, wrote one Twitter user in the comments. Earlier this year, Boosie came under fire for attacking Dwayne Wade's 12-year-old daughter, Zaya, who is transgender. And you know, Boosie was the one talking about, don't cut his thing off, man. Don't cut his thing off. And all of this crazy stuff. And now he is under fire for um, soliciting sex for not only his minor children, but it looks like for his nephews also. I'm gonna need somebody to go around there to Louisiana and check on little Boosie, okay? Because I'm pretty sure at this point, because Twitter is ablaze. And when I say Twitter is ablaze, I mean they over there on Twitter giving him the business. That was the New York Post picked up the story. Another article in some magazine called Complex. Uh, Uproar. Just every uh, news outlet you can think of other than CNN has picked up um, this story. Now, if you don't understand the magnitude of this, and you're thinking like, okay, now what's the big deal? Let me explain it to you in layman's terms. Lil Boosie thinks that it is sex workers to have sex with his minor children. And we're not even going to even add in the homosexual component to that, because there's another video with him saying he would much rather his kids watch porn. He gives them iPhones so they can watch porn instead of cartoons. It's healthier, basically, and better for the kids to watch porn and not be gay. Understand the correlation between watching cartoons and being gay. I don't get that whole part. But Boosie has something is going on with him. He feels like if he allows his children to be molested, basically, by sex workers, then they won't be gay. He would rather his children be molested by sex workers than be homosexual, which being molested at 14, like some of you people don't understand that a 14-year-old boy does not need to be having sex with a grown woman. Now I know a lot of men have had those type of experiences. They've had experiences when they were young with maybe older babysitters, older cousins, or whatever. But that is molestation. If that has happened to you, you have been molested. If you were a young boy and an older female had sex with you, you were molested. You did not receive your rites of passage. You were molested. And for whatever reason, I don't know if this is some country thing or because I'm sorry. And I know that Boosie is, country, Louisiana country, and I know Louisiana folks. I know that country. But somebody go around there and tell him to shut up. Somebody go around there to the Louisiana and tell him not to open his mouth not one more time for the rest of the 2020 is bad enough without adding Lil Boosie to the mix. We already got enough going on with Corona. We don't need Boosie on top of Corona. So I need somebody to go around there to the Louisiana and tell him to shut the hell up. Do you hear me? Because he about to have them CPS people coming and knocking on the door of his house. And you know them CPS people can knock on your door. They can take your children with a police escort. They can make you leave into another room in your own home. They can separate you by law from your children to ask your children what is going on. What's happening in this house. And if you're not there, and your kids, because they think that that is normal, and they think that they are taking up for you, will say, "Oh yeah, well we was partying, and my daddy got the girl for my birthday. She came over because if the kids Boosie is simple minded. He is a dunce. So I know his kids can't be intelligent. There's no way in on God's green earth his children can be intelligent and they have him as a parent. They can't be. So they probably gonna be like, it was my birthday, and we was out here, and the girls was twerking, and I seen her booty, and she touched me, and it was lit. And you know what? I ain't tell nobody else, but we were smoking weed, cause you know how kids are. Once kids get to talking, they will tell all of your business when they get comfortable with you. All you got to do is tell them, hey, you want to go to McDonald's? And, oh, well, we can't go to McDonald's right now because it's Rona. But we can go through the drive through and, we can pick up a couple of things you want to. Then I want to go to McDonald's because then after the girl did that stuff to me, then we went to McDonald's and we was at Chick-fil-A. We was riding around and my daddy let me drive and then he let me hold his pistol. That's the kind of stuff kids will do. They will tell all your business, all of it. They'll tell where you hide your weed and everything else. So, Lil Boosie, I hope you hiding your pistols and your weed. I hope them kids don't know where you keep your weed. Because when they get finished telling them CPS people and them polices all your business, you may be locked up. You was just on here begging for somebody to bring you one of them pens for your diabetes medicine. You better hope and pray that they had them pens in the jailhouse. Because you was just on here begging about 2 weeks ago for somebody to meet you somewhere and give you one of them pens because you had been ran out of your diabetes medicine and you were scared. Because, these people, they don't care nothing about you got diabetes in jail. They don't care. You ain't gonna get no diabetes medicine. You ain't got no diabetes. You got to prove you got diabetes. And it's hard to prove you got diabetes when you're in jail. But I guess when you pass out, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, maybe he really do have it. You going to jail, Boosie. Boosie. Somebody go around there and tell Boosie he about to be locked up because Twitter is on fire. They over there tweeting. Boosie, you going to jail, boo boo. They gonna take them kids from you. Boosie, they gonna get your kids. Child. You stupid. Stupid, stupid. You are on here bragging about getting sex workers for 14-year-old children. You don't understand that's molestation? How do you know that your 14-year-old son, for one, how do you know that he even wants to have oral sex performed on him? How do you know that at 14? Because this is your child, and your kids will do things because they're your kid. They're not going to say, no, I don't want that, because they're probably afraid if they say they don't want it, you gonna call them all kind of punks and be like, I don't want my son to be no punk. You ain't gonna be no punk in my house. He looked like that type of person that will just lose his mind. You out here allowing adult women to sexually molest your children. And I don't even want to get on these women that's doing it. Something is wrong with Boosie though. It has to be. Like mentally. Like, does insulin affect your, no, it can't, because there's too many diabetic people and all them ain't running around here crazy. Because him and Michael Blackson, there's a video floating around of him and Michael Blackson, which is that I don't know if Michael Blackson is African or he be pretending to be African. I don't know. I know he's a comedian, but they were talking about something, and Boosie was like, "I will get a woman that will have sex with a horse on my front lawn and post it on the internet for $5,000." Now, I don't know how much he was, talking about paying the woman, but he was literally talking about paying a woman to have sex with a horse and posting it on the internet. Now, mind you, Michael Blackson had enough emotional intelligence to say, isn't that illegal? Wouldn't that be illegal for a woman to have sex with an animal? Isn't that illegal? So you have zero respect for women. Zero. That you would really think that what man, what man would even that said, put your vagina on Instagram for $1,000. But he didn't say vagina. Put it on the ground and I'll give you $1,000. Something is wrong with Boosie. I really believe that Boosie himself has been molested, not only by women, but by me when he was young, because he has a very strong stance against homosexuality. Very strong. Like almost psychotic, almost. When he speaks about it, he literally sounds crazy about not wanting his kids to be homosexual and just the way he talks about um homosexuality is crazy. It's not healthy. It's crazy. And I don't know if you guys have seen he is number 2 trending right now on Twitter. And it is some crazy people on the internet. Like, it's some people out here willing to do anything to mess other people up, call them, post their address on social media, all kind of stuff. And Boosie don't think that that will happen to him. Were all of them people on Twitter talking about it? I wonder if Boosie was traumatized in jail to go to these lengths to ensure his son isn't gay. He might have also been a victim. I think he had to have been, because this is so deeply rooted in him about not wanting his children to be gay. I think he was victimized as a child. I really do. And he may have been victimized in jail also, but I think this goes back to his childhood. I really do. I think somebody victimized Boosie when he was a little kid, and in his own mind, in a crazy way, he is trying to keep his kids from going through that type of pain by throwing women at them. I really do. How do you love a man that is disrespectful, has absolutely no disregard or respect for women? How do you love him? How? What is it about him that you love? This man has clearly said that he has had his 14-year-old son molested as a child, and his nephews. He was driving around with his nephew in a car and said, "Oh, I got you sucked off when you was 14, right?" So how do you fix your face to say that you love him? How? That's like saying I love Jeffrey Dahmer. This man is horrible. He is a menace to society. He does not need to be around his children or anybody else's kids, because not only is he doing it for his kids, he did it to his nephew, which is either his sister or brother's kids. I don't care what he's been through. You are now putting the lives of a child, of children, in danger. You Is something wrong with you mentally. You are a pervert. You are having kids sexually molested. But see, that's the thing. It's people like you and other men who are saying that, oh, this is, his kids. He should be able to do whatever he want to do with his kids. But he not just doing it to his kids. He doing it to other people's kids. His nephew ain't his child. So if he'll do it to his kid and his nephew, he'll do it to anybody's kid. What if it's other kids visiting the house? It's a party or something. He'll do it to them too. How do I get rid of this? Girl, go away. He'll do it to them too. Nobody's kids deserve this. Not his kids, not his nephews, nobody's kids. This is against the law. You cannot sexually molest children. I don't understand it. I don't even understand how people take up for him. How you can like him. Why is he not? This man should be in jail. You have admitted on more than one occasion to having your child sexually molested. I don't care about his music. I don't care if he went triple platinum, quadruple golden, the goose that laid the golden egg. You are having children molested. And you're on social media bragging about it. That's the thing. You're bragging about it. At least R. Kelly swore up and down he ain't never did nothing to nobody. R. Kelly never bragged about the things that he did. You're bragging. You're on Instagram bragging. Yeah, my 14-year-old son, I paid somebody to come in and suck him for his 14th birthday. Yeah, for happy birthday, boy. I'm going to give you some money. I got your bag. And then I'm going to get you a bag B to come and give you some head. You are bragging about molesting a 14-year-old child. And people think that's okay. And here goes somebody in my comments talking about, I love Boosie. Did you love Jeffrey Dahmer too? Y'all just gonna have to get mad at me today. I don't care. I don't. This is flat out molestation of a child. I cannot stand him. He needs to be punished. You know why? You know why I say he needs to be punished? Because he doesn't understand what he's doing is wrong. You're bragging about committing a crime. You're bragging about committing a crime. You see nothing wrong with it. So that's why you need to be punished until you understand that what you're okay. Now let me go back because see when he said it the first time and people caught wind of it, he said, "Oh, it was just a joke." Even if you're joking about this, there's something wrong with you because it's not funny to joke about child molestation. So when your daughter turns 14 or 16 or whatever, are you going to get a man to come and bust it down for her so that she don't turn gay? Is that, how we going to do this since you doing it for your son? What's the difference between your 14-year-old son and your 14-year-old daughter? Because they're both children. Because, see, if you're not going to do it for your daughter, then you shouldn't do it for your son. If you don't want nobody to hurt your daughter, you shouldn't want nobody to hurt your son. Right. And that's the thing too, Mama. When his kids go to school, your daddy then posted all of this stuff about you online. So what are people saying? Oh, you out here, and I'm pretty sure the boys are probably like, oh, blood. Well, what was it like? Did you had a stripper? Your daddy gave you a stripper for your birthday? But the girls are probably like, I'm not trying to mess with you. You already out here with strippers and stuff. Ain't no telling what you got. Did they use a condom or no? There's no way in the world I would want to mess with a boy whose daddy is online talking about he done had a stripper for his 14th birthday. Like girls should look at him like he got three heads or something. And y'all women who live in Louisiana, you should tell your daughters that that boy got the plague. Don't you even look near that family. Because there's something wrong with all of them. They are all mentally ill. Boosie seemed like the type of person that would be like, oh, well, you know what? I don't even want no man touching my daughter. I'm going to have sex with my daughter first before anybody touch her. I'm going to be the one to have sex with my daughter. That's what he sounds like. He sounds just that crazy. And them kids need to be removed from his home. I hope CPS is knocking on the door right now. Right now. Oh, Lord. It's me, Gizmo. Gizmo. You okay, baby? It was me. Stand down, baby. It was me. I got it. I hope they knocking on his door right now. Right now. I hope they drag him out and beat the brakes off of him. Cause you know he gonna resist. He gonna act stupid because he don't think he's done anything wrong. That's my point. Those kids, honey, Gizmo is about that life. Do you hear me? I knocked. Gizmo ran right to the door like, don't even try it. You're not gonna come up in here on my mama. My daddy didn't went to work, and I'm protecting her until he get back home. You see how he jumped down and ran to that door? Gizmo is with the shit. Do you hear me? Don't play with my dog. Just because he fluffy, he is definitely about that life. Y'all need to go to Twitter. Chester the disaster. Yeah, his kids. Yeah, his children are horrible, but they shouldn't be molested no matter how bad or disrespectful they are. They probably don't even understand the trauma they just went through. The kids bad too, but they can't help but be bad. They have no example. Where's their mother? They have a horrible example. Their father is horrible. He is horrible. Oh, Chester said, yeah, the kids are horrible. But they can't help it. They cannot help it. This is one of those situations where I really don't blame. I expect his kids to be horrible. This not their fault. This is his fault. And the mama. Somebody gotta have some sense. Where's the mama of them kids? What a mama. Because I'm not about to be sitting here allowing no sex worker to come in and have sex with my underage children. Now, I don't have a problem with sex workers having sex with adults because you have consented. You can mentally give consent. You wanted that. You want to have sex with, and I applaud the sex workers. That's your job. Get paid for it. Pussy ain't free. Okay? So do your thing, but do it with adults. There's no reason a grown woman should be having sex with a 14-year-old. Ain't no reason. None. I remember when when my kids were 14, they were still stinking. Like I still had to remind them to take a shower and use deodorant and make sure you change your socks today and they teenagers 13, 14, 15, they still stink, and you out here forcing them to have sex. Can you imagine how that child felt? Okay, well, if she's gonna do that, then I guess I just gotta deal with it. Because my daddy said this is what happens. So you grow up thinking that it's okay to throw money at a woman and she'll give you head. That's normal. You're growing up, you're teaching these kids that women have no value other than sex. And to me, it kind of seems like that's the only, thing that Boosie looks at when he sees woman. Show me your pussy lips. Twerk. Let me see your booty. Let me see what it do. And I've never heard him say one thing that was intelligent. Not one. Never. Now, if y'all have, let me know so I can go see it. And I know that, of course, the bad stuff that we do and say, of course, gets amplified. Right. He always sounds ignorant. I've never heard him say one thing that was intelligent. And I'm not picking on him. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And y'all know I love my black people. And I'm always out here trying to uplift my black people. When black men get into situations, I'm the first one to pray for them and try to help them. And I hate when all black men are lumped up together and saying that they horrible people, but this is a horrible black man. Like, I can't think. You know how you try to say something. Oh, well, he got a nice person. No, he ugly. He look like a roach. He ugly. He's ignorant. I ain't got nothing. It's nothing that I can say about him. He don't need them kids. He don't need to be in the presence of anybody's children. Yes, he look like a roach. He don't need to he don't need to be around nobody's kids right now. Nobody's. He is or nobody else's. Until he can get his mind right and understand that what he's doing is messing those kids up for the rest of their lives. You are a toxic father. And you don't need to be around no kids right now, dude. Lady Hathor, sweetheart, I hope I don't have to block you. I don't know if you trying to get on my nerves right now, but they will time you out because these comments that you are making are not funny. And if you on some wanting to be Boosie's girlfriend, maybe this the wrong page for you. I don't know if you trying to try me, but this ain't the this ain't the content to try me on. Well, don't joke with me because I'm not joking right now. I'm not playing. This is serious. So if you want to play, I'm pretty sure some channels that you can go play on because I'm not playing. This is serious. And if you want to play, you may want to go play with somebody else because you about an inch from seeing something that you probably don't want to see. So this my warning. You about one comment away from getting blocked. One. One comment away. You got one more. Oh, he do the lean too? Yeah, that lean. If that's what he doing, then no wonder. Because that stuff will mess up your brain cells and everything else. Kay said you have to give boys special attention growing up because they will wear the same stuff over and over. My son had this shirt that he really liked. And that boy gave me a run for my money trying to keep that shirt clean because he would wear it every day if I let him. And he had a whole closet full of clothes. One thing about me is I've always loved to shop. And I never just love to shop for myself. Like I love to shop for my kids also. We were some shopping folks. And they both had closet full of clothes. But my what is but my oldest son, he would wear the same shirt every day. Like he was one of them kids you had to check him, in the morning. Did the TV go off? What is wrong with this TV? You would have to check him in the morning to make sure that he didn't put on the same thing he had on the day before. Because he didn't care. You know, he didn't really start caring until um, he got a little bit older. And that's how these kids are. Teenage boys are like that. They don't, they're not into their hygiene and stuff. Not at 11, 12, um, 13, 14 years old. They're not into that. They kind of grow in, they mature into, um, dealing with their hygiene and, stuff like that. When they really, really start liking girls, is when they, start working on their hygiene and wanting to go to the barber shop and You don't have to tell them to brush their hair because they out here trying to look good. They trying. And it takes some kids longer than others to get to that point. So that comes with sex too. You can't rush kids into having sex. You shouldn't rush them into having sex. Allow them to have sex and talk to them about sex. But talking to them is making sure that they are not making bad decisions. You don't want them to, get sexually transmitted diseases. You don't want your son at 14 to get someone pregnant because they can. So you want to talk to your children in an age appropriate way. You start talking to them early about not allowing other people to touch them inappropriately, them not touching other people inappropriately. There are tons of books. If you don't know how to talk to your child, go to the library, get a book about how to approach your child about sex. How do you talk to your child about sex appropriately? There's no reason for Boosie to be acting the way that he does and treating his child in the way that he does and not understanding that what he's doing is illegal and hurting his child. My mother, very religious woman. I grew up in a very strict religious household. My mother literally scared me when it came to sex. Keep your legs closed. And I did. She had me so scared to have sex that all during high school, there was magnets attached to my legs so that they just, I used to walk like this. You ain't gonna get this one. I didn't put myself in any type of compromising positions with boys or men or anybody else because my mama had put this fear in me about having sex. Now, that fear wasn't even healthy, but that fear kept me from getting pregnant until I got married. Both of my children are by my husband, okay? Both of them are by my husband. I didn't have no kids out of wedlock. I didn't get pregnant till I got married. So she scared the bejesus out of me about sex. When I did have sex, I was still kind of scared. But you wasn't getting this pussy. That's what you wasn't gonna do. Okay? You wasn't getting none. But see, we're not teaching our daughters to keep their legs closed. We scared to tell our daughters, keep your legs closed. Don't you let nobody up in there if he ain't your husband. We scared to tell our daughters that. That's what we need to be teaching our daughters and our sons. Keep your legs closed. Keep your thing in your pants. You don't need to use that. It'll be fine when you get old enough to do it. We act like we scared to teach our children about sex appropriately. It is okay to talk to your children about sex. It's fine to talk to them about sex, but it needs to be age appropriate. 14 is not an age to teach your son what it's like to have oral sex. It's not. He don't need to have oral sex at 14. I don't understand people. I really don't. I'm gonna have to go back and read all of these um, comments as soon as my children start asking. I told, so did I. So did I. When my kids started asking, or their bodies started to change, and then we started having age appropriate conversations. But I've never been now, you know, my mother was a prude. She was. She was one of those people that if people were kissing on TV or whatever, turn your head. You don't need to see them grown folks kissing. Or she would turn the TV off or turn it to another channel because my mother felt like there were certain things that I, should not have seen. I was not like that with my kids growing up. Like my kids would hide and giggle or whatever. I would never turn the TV off. I never made it seem like sex between two consenting adults was wrong. I would tell them, they grown. That's what grown people do. You don't do those things until you become an adult. Now, neither one of my kids had children when they were teenagers. My youngest son, I think, had Amani when he was 20, I think. And my oldest son, he didn't have a kid, I don't think, until he was like 25 or something, 24, 25. So I had my first child at 22 and the second one at 24. But I was married, okay? So I could have been 20 or whatever. I was married, so it don't matter. But like my kids didn't have kids in high school, is what I'm saying. Like they weren't teenagers having children. But I was a little more lenient with them when it comes to, watching things on TV. Of course, I went out here letting my kids watch porn um, and stuff. But porn wasn't as available to them when they were teenagers as it is now. Because now you can just get on your phone and type in Pornhub and, get all the porn you want. But it wasn't like that when they were teenagers. I bet you they wish it was, but it wasn't. So they didn't do that. But when my youngest son was about 16, or maybe younger, he may have been younger than 16. I think he was. I think he was younger than 16. I think he was like 14, 13, 14 years old. I started finding, magazines in under his mattress. Um, I was making the bed and found like magazine, but it wasn't like Playboy or anything like that. It was like soft. It wasn't even porn. It was like girly magazines. Girls in bikinis and stuff like that that he had hidden in the mattress. And I told him, You don't have to hide your magazines. You can leave them out in your room. You're a boy, you are attracted to girls, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, you don't have to hide magazines. You can leave them on your dresser. You don't have to put them under your mattress because I found them when I was changing the sheets on your bed. Okay? You don't have to hide condoms. You don't have to hide magazines. We don't do that in this house. Whatever you have, you can leave it on your dresser. I don't care about you looking at girls in bikinis because it's normal. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, can I put the cars on my wall? I was like, yes, you can put the bikini girls on your wall. This is your room. Just don't put up naked girls, and just make sure that you understand that these are models and these women are getting paid for posting these pictures, and every girl you see is not going to have a body like that. They're models. The girls that you see around the block are just going to be normal girls. So don't get that in your mind that every girl is going to look like that girl in the magazine. She done been airbrushed and touched up and face tuned and all of this stuff. Okay, so she probably don't even look like that in real life. But you have to make your kids feel like those type of things are normal. If you find magazines in your boy's under his bed, it's normal. Don't go to him and make him feel bad for having those things because it's normal. Okay, mothers, I know we don't want to believe that our boys are looking at that kind of stuff and attracted to that, but let these boys grow up. So don't, make them feel bad when you find condoms or, you find magazines and stuff. Let these boys live. Just don't be out here buying prostitutes for your 14-year-old son. Boosie, I can't stand you. And I hope the police drag you out your house and take your kids away from you. I really do. Okay, said when MySpace was popular, they could not explore MySpace at all. That was a no. My kids was on MySpace and everything else. I wasn't tripping off of that because all their friends was on MySpace. They was on MySpace, Black Planet, all of them. My kids had MySpace pages and everything. I didn't care about that kind of stuff. That that was like the least of my worries. What they saw on MySpace. I was trying to keep my kids from smoking crack and getting on weed and popping pills. I would rather you get on MySpace and look at pictures and all that kind of stuff than be out there smoking crack or something. Sometimes there's levels to this stuff, girl. And I ain't care about anybody you want to talk about looking and all that kind of stuff, but you bet not talk to some random person and think you gonna go meet up with them. You ain't meeting up with nobody. I don't care who you talk to, but you ain't gonna leave this house and meet not one person. Now that's the kind of stuff I drilled into my kids' head about the dangers of the internet. And I used to make them watch those like predator shows. We used to all sit down and watch those shows because you're not gonna meet nobody. Now you can be on MySpace, but don't get stupid. So we had those type of um conversations. But yeah, my kids did MySpace. Yeah, you definitely have to um stress the importance of protection with your boys and your girls. Both me and my husband will talk to them, leaving some things out in respect to our children's young ears. Yeah, that's I always you always have conversations around sex that are age appropriate for your children. And your kids will ask questions. What is so and so? Or do people really have sex in the butt? My kids used to ask some random questions, just random. And, if they ask, I would tell them. They wanted to know, I would tell them. But, I did try to keep um, things age appropriate. You don't want to give them too much information, but you don't want to give them not enough information either. Right. You want them to understand about the reproductive system, how their body works in comparison to how the opposite sex bodies work. For boys, what is a menstrual cycle? What does it look like? All of those things, so that they can have compassion for their girlfriend when she is going through that. This is how boys learn to have compassion for women when they're going through their cycles. Let them know what it feels like so that you can be caring. You can be a caring and empathetic partner. You want your boys to be a good partner. You want them to be able to go to the store and buy pads and not turn their nose up and act stupid, because going to the store for me and buying some pads should be just like going to the store for me and getting some Tylenol. You should have that level of understanding. But we have to teach our children this, not want them to be out here having sex. It's so abusive. Thank you, Lady Heather. I didn't mean to make you mad. Okay, sweetie. But you did. Because when I'm talking about something serious, like, this is serious to me. This involves children. If it was if it was adults, it would be different. If he was like, "Oh, my son turned 21 and I got him a stripper or whatever for the party," he's grown. That would be different. But these are children. These are kids. 14, you just became a teenager. So thank you, because girl, I was about to tell them to block you. I really was. I was trying not to. Cause when I get serious, when I'm serious, I'm serious. Like, I'm not playing. This ain't nothing to play with. They both need to be arrested. They do. They need to find out who the woman is. She needs to be arrested. I'm sorry. Because obviously you have a problem also. This is a child. You molested a child. Are you stupid? Girl, they can have you registered as a sex offender behind this mess. And how much money you think Boosie gave her? A couple $100? How much you think he gave her to do that? It ain't like he gave her $1,000. He probably gave her like $100 or something. And if you get caught up in this mess, you could be registered as a sex offender for the rest of your life behind something that you did for an idiot. Like, this can mess this woman's life up. This this could end Boosie's career because I'm telling you, Twitter is going crazy right now. Twitter is crazy. Y'all need to go over to Twitter and let me see if it's still trending. Because when do I have Twitter on here? I may not even have Twitter on this phone. I don't. I don't have Twitter on here. But Twitter was crazy. Trust me. I'm trying to see if they're gonna say anything about it on um, TMZ. I'm telling you, it is some crazy people in this world. Some people that will dox you, some people that will release Lil Boosie's home address. I'm surprised that they ain't started the hashtag cancel Lil Boosie because y'all know we live in cancel culture. I'm so surprised that the hashtag ain't started. Cancel Lil Boosie. Because it's just the fact that he continuously brags about this situation. If you did this and didn't tell anybody, nobody would know. But because you think that it's such a great thing, you're bragging. Let me tell y'all this other situation. So y'all know the Savage song, I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet, all that. So a little boy who looks maybe 5 or 6 years old was like, doing the little dance with somebody else, and his aunt slapped him in the video and was like, "Don't be doing that gay stuff. You ain't gonna be out here being gay." Slapped the little boy in his face on the video. So when the video was uploaded, I guess people thought that it was his mom who posted the video and slapped him and was like, "You ain't gonna be gay," and all of this, just crazy. That went viral on Twitter. It was from Instagram. Someone went through the woman's pictures on Instagram where she had like some pictures of the front of her apartment. Um, I guess she lived in the projects or whatever. They were able to put that picture in Google search find out where she lived. They sent the police and CPS to her house. They were sending threats to her. I mean, crazy to the point where the little boy's mother had to post a video and say, "Look, that was not me. I've never hurt my child. I'm not into that. That was my sister. My sister was babysitting him." I mean, it just blew up. And then the lady, the sister, issued a statement on Instagram and was like, she was sorry, and you know she didn't want her nephew to be gay. She, she, it didn't. She was like, kind of like, it didn't hurt him. I just popped him. I was just playing with him. I just popped him. But she didn't just pop him. She like slapped him in his face. Y'all gotta be careful what you post on this internet. I mean, it got crazy on Twitter. They was coming for them. And I think the mother was like, CPS and the police are involved. I hope I don't lose my baby, my kids behind this mess. And I'm pretty sure that, she won't, because the sister did admit that she did it. The mother wasn't even at home. So they can't charge the mother, but they can say that it's child endangerment. You're responsible for that child. You left your child in a situation where he was harmed, and they posted it on the internet. Y'all better stop playing with these kids. And it's it's so crazy because I know how black people, and especially black men, get treated in America. You don't want the police to go to Boosie house, because what if they go there and talk to him and Boosie is stupid because he's stupid, he ignorant, he has the intelligence of a bat. No, bats are probably more intelligent than a beetle bug or something. I would say he has the intelligence of a roach, but roaches are smart. You turn the light on, they gonna run. They be trying to get away from the police come. He acts stupid, and then they hurt him. So you in a position where you don't want that to happen, but you do want it to happen because these children should not be in. Okay, you want to get blocked? These children should not be in his custody. He can't take care of these kids. The children are being abused in your custody. So the police and CPS will have to step in and see what's going on at your house. Because CPS don't come by themselves. They normally have a police escort. No, that was the incident that happened with the little girl slapping her child. That wasn't Boosie. That was just a regular person. That wasn't Boosie. But then I went back to Boosie. You know how I do, girl. I'll be all over the place. We back on Boosie now. I'm just hoping that if something does happen, like if the police do show up, because this is getting so much traction, the police may show up, is what I'm saying, with CPS, because there's so much going on. The CPS may show up just to see. I'm just hoping that if they do, he has enough sense to just let them complete their investigation and he just keep his mouth shut. Thank you for the super chat, Tonette. Thank you. I'm just hoping that he is able to keep his mouth shut and let these people do their investigation. Like if he has to rant, just get on Instagram and be, these stupid people at my house. These stupid people came by here to see about my kids. You can't tell me that my kids can't be having sex. These my kids. You can't be out here telling me my kids can't have sex. That's his old stupid self. So get on Instagram and rant as much as you want, but let them CPS people do their job because you asked for this. Boosie, you asked for these problems. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. This your prize. CPS and the police knocking on your door, that's your prize. You won that. Dummy. He need to get a donkey of the day and everything else. But I heard that him and Charlemagne was friends. So he probably ain't gonna get donkey of the day. Because I heard him and Charlemagne, they cool with each other. But he sure gonna get my donkey of the day. Oh, ugly roach. I'm sorry. I just don't like him, child. Oh, beautiful Maddie say, why are they playing that kind of music around him anyway? I mean, it's a song though. It's a popular song. Everybody, that's one of the most popular songs on TikTok. Everybody be doing the little savage dance on TikTok. And just because a little boy does the dance doesn't mean that he's gonna turn out gay just because he classy, bougie, ratchet, acting stupid. What's happening? That don't mean he gonna turn gay just because he wanna do the little savage dance. Y'all gotta stop that like mentality. Gonna have to stop. Just because you listen to a certain song, I I got 1,000 Bob Marley t-shirts, Rasta colors, and I ain't turned into no Rastafarian yet. I still don't have a Jamaican accent. And I done had dreads for 15 years and I still don't have a Jamaican accent. See the correlation? You can listen to any kind of music, you can wear any kind of clothes, and it's not going to turn you gay. The music is not going to turn you gay. The music is not going to, you know, make you want to go out and be a pimp. he was just having fun with, I guess, his cousins or brothers or sisters or whatever. Um, Let me get rid of this person because they get on my nerves. I had enough of that. Um, so yeah, I don't think it's anything wrong with we was on it at the same time. I don't think it's anything wrong with the song or the dance per se. I think, he was just a little kid. He was only 6. He didn't look older than 6, 5 or 6 years old. So really, what does a 5 or 6 year old know about being gay or acting gay or a song making you gay? They don't. They don't. What is that? They don't know. 5, 6 years old, they just learning about life. They just like it because everybody else like it, or they hear it a lot, or it's a catchy beat, or whatever. But they don't know that it's gay, or it can make me gay, or if somebody see me dancing, they're gonna think I'm, because they don't. Kids, little kids don't think like that. God, we can't get rid of this person. God damn, they don't understand. Yeah, they just think it's cute and they just want to dance because the song is cute. The song is not gonna make you gay though, you know. So, um, I saw a little snippet, and I'm gonna have to research it. So, it looks like Khloe Kardashian is pregnant by Tristan again. So, after the young lady that they dogged out, what was the young lady's name that she had to end up going on Will Smith's, Jada Smith's table talk and everything because they thought she was messing with Tristan. Now Tristan didn't cheated. The whole world know he didn't cheated, and of course Jordan Woods, right? And now they saying that Khloe is pregnant by this cheating dude again. So y'all put Jordan through all of that, drug her up and down social media, and Kylie stopped talking to her and everything. Now Khloe is pregnant by the dude again. See how that worked? Hi, Moth. Hi, Venus Mama. I was going to say hi, Moth Mama. Moth Mama been here. Hey, Venus Mother. Yeah, girl. That's what they was talking about on Instagram today. She's supposed to be pregnant by him again. How long we been on here? Hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, I saw that too. She wanted her kids to have the same father. So she wanted her kids to have the same cheating daddy. So when he cheat again, don't trip. Because he will. Don't like to be with one woman. Chloe has very low. Yeah, Chloe does have low self esteem, and I don't know why. I mean, Chloe don't look like Kim, and what's the other sister? Kim and Courtney look a lot low self esteem. She's always been the bigger girl, taller, heavier than her sisters, and she just looks different. She doesn't really look as Armenian as they do. And I really do believe that she has low self esteem. You think Chris was a witch? Why? What is this hold they have on men? There must be something to those candles Chris Jenner used to sell. They don't have no hold on men. They have money and influence. It's their name. That's the only hold that they have on men: money and influence. The Kardashian name. For whatever reason, we have put them up so high. And it's just the fact that men want to be able to say that they had sex with a Kardashian. They don't have no hold over men. Look, Tristan continued to cheat. He got with her, he got with Chloe, and continued to do whatever he wanted to do. When you have hold on a man, you're able to keep them and they won't be with anybody else. Every man that all of these Kardashian women have been with have cheated on them. I'm waiting on Kanye to act the fool. So they don't have no hold over men. I've always believed that. Thank you, Lady Hatter. I've always believed that Chloe was OJ's son, daughter, child, because what I was finna say is Chloe looks like OJ's kids. She does, especially when she was younger. She looked dead on OJ's daughter when she was young. She really looked like them because Chloe looked like she mixed with black to me. Like Kim and um why I can't think of that girl's name? Kim and the other one. They do look Armenian. Now the younger sister, Kylie and Kendall, they white. That's Chris Jenner's kids. Courtney, thank you. I don't know why I can't think of her name. They look alike, but Chloe don't look like them. She does not have Armenian features. Chloe's features look black to me. Chloe looked black. I believe she OJ's daughter too. And she said she took a test. Did she? Did she say she took a test? And they said she wasn't. I don't believe that. I think that was just part of the storyline. Cause I think that came up in on the show. Cause I don't watch the show anymore. I used to watch it. As a matter of fact, I used to really like the show. Okay, let's not get on the did he do it or not. I don't want to slide down that slope. I really don't. She said Armenians are from the Caucasus Mountains. I thought they were from Armenia. I thought that's where they were from. Armenia. You gone, Phyllis? Okay, sweetie. I'm about to go to in a minute because I'm getting hungry. Bree the Divine Ratchet said Kim is already tired of Kanye. She ain't tired of that money. She ain't tired of Kanye. Kanye is a billionaire right now. Kanye has been, he is finally made the Forbes list as a billionaire. Kim is not tired of him. Now, she may be tired of him because Kanye does seem like he's draining. He seems like he would drain your whole entire spirit. Like I'm sorry, I couldn't deal with him. He does seem like he's a lot to deal with. But they live in a house big enough that Kim don't have to deal with Kanye if she don't want to. I don't even think they sleep together. Kim don't sleep with him. Kim, I don't think she sleep with Kanye. Like I don't even think they sleep in the same room. She looked like the type that would be like, I don't feel like I don't feel like being touched tonight. I need my own space. I need some privacy tonight. I need my own space. I don't think we. Can you go to the West Wing and sleep tonight? Because I don't want. I don't. Kim don't sleep with him. She don't sleep. She ain't sleeping with that man, child. She ain't dealing with Kanye. Kanye probably sleep in Minnesota. Where did he buy that ranch? He bought a ranch somewhere. He probably bought that to get away from her. And she live in LA. And he come and see the kids or, bring the kids to the ranch so they can, play around or whatever. They don't sleep together, child. Kanye is her beard. She wanted children. And he gave her some beautiful kids. And that's that. I hope he maintaining his medication to keep that bipolar under control. That's what I hope. And I hope he getting some therapy. Yeah, it was either in Wyoming or Montana. It was somewhere because they bought a whole ranch. Kanye's a Gemini. We have the same birthday. He act like a Gemini. He do. He act like a Gemini. But that's because Kanye, Cody, Wyoming. Kanye didn't had a lot of problems though. Losing his mother was. Y'all hear my stomach? I'm hungry. I'm gonna get off here in a minute and go get me something to eat. Um, Losing his mother broke him. It did. It broke him. Like Kanye almost lost his mind when he lost his mother. And I know what that feels like. Oh my gosh. I was looking on Facebook today and Kevin from the Scorpion show, was like, my world is crumbling. He was close to his mom. When you close to your mother and you lose your mother, my mother was my anchor to this world. And when I lost her, it just seemed like I was just floating around for a while. It took me a minute to get re-anchored. It really did. Sometimes I feel like if I hadn't had those grandkids, because my kids were grown, and I feel like y'all can y'all got it. I feel like my grandkids were able to anchor me back down. Because when I lost my mother, that was it. It really was. And it took me a minute to get settled. And I'm not bipolar. I really believe Kanye is bipolar also. I really do. I'm not bipolar. I'm just a normal person who just had a difficult time dealing with grief. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I went to grief therapy for a whole year. And I really believe that, when you lose your parents, you need to have somebody to talk to because your family, it's not enough. You need somebody who is trained to help you deal with grief. And I think that was the biggest part of his problem. I really do. I think that losing his mother and being bipolar was just too much for him. That was I really started to, I just really felt for Kanye. I really did. I really have deep compassion for people that are like really really close to their parents, especially their mom, and lose their. Oh, now TMZ saying she not pregnant, and TMZ no, they said she not. Oh, so she must have told TMZ she ain't. But I don't care. They still together. She's still with Tristan. So I don't know, child. But I hope that Kevin. Hey, Yardy, we was just talking about you the other day. We was just talking about you, Yardy. We was like, oh, I hope Yardy come back. I was telling Moth Mama that you did check in, so I did know that you were okay. Just hadn't um seen you in a while. I'm good. I'm good, sweetie. This still on the same thing, still here every day. So I really hope that Kevin um gets some help. So did you move? Did you find a place? Did you find a job? All that kind of stuff. I'm glad you okay. Girl, you missed a lot. You done missed an hour and 40 minutes worth of stuff. I'm about to go. Kevin from the Scorpion Show, um, he has a YouTube channel. Kevin from the Scorpion Show. His mother passed away, and she had COVID, but um I think she had got over the COVID. I don't know, child. I ain't gonna lie, but I know she did have some other underlying medical conditions. Um, so yeah, she passed away yesterday or the day before yesterday. So yeah, I mean, he just posted today that it's bad. I mean, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Like you gonna have some bad days, bruh. For real. The shelter people are so brave and amazing. Wait, you was on the street? No, I became homeless and lived in a tent. In Canada? How you living in a tent in Canada, girl? Ain't it freezing out there? Well, it's not snowing right now, huh? Then we had to all get off the street and went to a shelter. Oh, you was fooling around with your friend at the grocery store and you done missed everything? You can't see Yardy? Yardy, do you have Moss Mama blocked? Oh, you're not in Canada? I thought you were in Canada. Do you have Moss Mama blocked? Because she says she can't see you. You in Canada? Are you in Canada? You said I am. Does that mean you're in Canada? Oh, in British Columbia. Well, I'm glad you're in a shelter and not on the street. Do you have Moss Mama blocked? Because she says she can't see you. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats today because you guys sponsored this video. Because I'm pretty sure that this video would be demonetized because YouTube don't want you posting content for kids, but when you post content for adults, they demonetize the video. So I thank you guys for the super chats because that sponsors today's video. When we talk about real things that are going on that involve sex and, you know, someone accident or, someone getting killed or whatever, all those videos get demonetized. They don't want you to promote your channel to children, but you can't promote it to adults either, which makes absolutely no sense. It's so stupid. Oh, oh, that's good. You're in temporary housing now. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're in temporary housing and you're not on the street because you just don't want to be on the street right now. Not, I mean, ever. You don't never want to be on the street because that's not fun. So what are you trying to do? You trying to get citizenship? Like what is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to stay in Canada? You're trying to get citizenship? What exactly are you going for? I'm going ready. I'm getting ready to go too, Kay. Okay, sweetie. Thank you. Okay, I will. Love you too. I'm getting ready to hang up too, because these little late scragglers, they didn't miss the whole live anyway. They gonna have to go back and um thank you, Kay. Yeah, okay. Yardy, send me an email and let me know what's going on. Yeah, you gonna have to rewatch this one, honey. Cause send me an email, Yardy, and let me know what's going on. I'm about to get off here too and fix me something to eat because I'm hungry. I woke up this morning and I don't know what was going on with my stomach. Was just feeling weird, and um there must have been like a whole lot of barometric pressure today because like for 3 days, for a couple of days, or 2 days, no, yesterday and the day before. So the first day it rained. Yesterday it um was just like overcasty, um cloudy, windy. But today when I got up, the clouds just looked heavy, like they weren't dark clouds. They didn't really look like storm clouds, but they just looked heavy, like it was a lot of pressure in the air. This is what it felt like. I mean, it must not have been really bad because the um, the fighter jets were able to fly over. They did a flyover at a lot of the Bay Area hospitals today. So it was like five uh, fighter jets in unison, like F-18s or whatever those like Top Gun type jets are. It wasn't the Blue Angels. Um, these jets, I guess, are stationed somewhere here in California. So they did a flyover at um, some of the Bay Area hospitals, and we actually saw them flying over. And I was like, "Oh, they must be going to the hospital." And then when I got home and got on Instagram, a lot of people were posting them. So like it wasn't bad enough that the flights were canceled or anything like that. But to me, it just seemed like I can feel the pressure, like my head, and I don't know if it was like sinuses or kind of like a headache or whatever. The press, the air just didn't feel right this morning when I first got up, and it's still cloudy, and yeah, it's still real gray, and I don't know, I don't know, I just felt weird this morning when I first got up. So um I was just like, it was one of those situations where you was like, will you rain? Just rain and get it over with, because all of this pressure, and just go in and rain. But you know how California is. It will just stay cloudy and look crazy, and the wind will be blowing, and then tomorrow it will be 79 degrees. That's just how Mother Nature is. Oh, well, it's only about to be 4 o'clock here, so we 2 hours behind you. You was outside planting your garden. Um, that's not a puppet. That's a sloth. That's a sloth. And if you know me, you know that I love sloths. She said name him Bismo. Somebody said name him Cosmo. Y'all just trying to give him a name like Gizmo. But Cosmo is cute. Hey, honeybee. It's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock here. What is it? The new sloths? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. We haven't given him a name yet, and he haven't even met his brothers or sisters yet. His little friends, because they're all still packed up. So it's just him and George. Y'all know George. George wasn't gonna be in no box. I was not gonna put George in no box. George didn't come here in a box. He came here in my backpack. No, Rufus. No, Rufus got a girlfriend. Rufus has already got a girlfriend. She pink. Rufus is brown and he has a pink girlfriend. They're packed up. I wasn't about to put George in no box. I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I didn't have George. So George been here since day one. So everybody else is in the garage. You know we had to bring all the Gizmo friends. You had to bring Lamb Chop and Bear. He brought all his little friends. Legless Sock Monkey. And he got some of his other toys. He is hot right now. He like, if you don't put my stuff down, here, take your little stanky toys. Lamb Chop is so cute. He loves her too. He loves Lamb Chop. Here, take your little Lamb Chop child. He sleep with that thing in his in the bed with him. You want to go outside? You gotta wait because I think they're in the backyard putting together a swing. So I gotta go see if they still back there. Okay? You can go outside. You ready to go outside? Cause he still ain't got used to um everybody, and we just got some new patio furniture, some chairs, and a patio swing that they were putting together earlier today. So I don't know if they're finished. I'm gonna go out there and check. So he can go out in the backyard and play for a little while. So thank you guys for everything today. I really appreciate you guys so much. We talked about everything today. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow because we didn't talk. Tomorrow we may have something for real to talk about if CPS come to Little Boosie house, child. And they didn't talk about it on TMZ. And I'm really surprised that they didn't. Maybe TMZ is waiting to see if Child Protective Services steps in. So tomorrow we may really have something to talk about. Okay. I will. Yardy, I need you to send me an email and tell me what is going on. Okay. So I will know how to direct the energy. So send me an email. Let me know what it is. Because I don't know exactly what you're trying to do. And then we will get together um, and try to work it out. I mean, I'm kind of limited right now with what I'm doing because I'm living with some Christian people. So I gotta be careful. We gotta keep it on the low low. Okay? But, you know, I'll help you. You may have to do it. I'll be able to do everything because I don't have my jars. I don't have my pots. I don't have anything right now. Everything is packed up. I actually went and got my crystals um, out. So that's basically the only thing I have because I was feeling naked without my crystals. So all I have right now is my crystals. So we gotta be careful. We're kind of limited in what we can do. Hi, Carl. Thank you so much. I thank you all for being here with me for almost 2 hours. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. I love you. Bye. Don't forget to watch my little haul video. Watch those videos too. Let me get a little bit of views from those too. Are you going live again later? I don't think so. Unless something interesting happens, I doubt it. I don't think I will. If something interesting happens, I will. Like if something happens, I'll come back and talk about it. But if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. Thank you for everything. Bye.